Everyone, Johnny here. Today in this session, we will try to learn how to generate a random quote using JavaScript. In the sense, we should be able to generate a random quotation when the user clicks on a button. Let us see the output of the snippet before so that we can understand like what we are trying to do. So here is the thing we have done. So whenever I am trying to click on this, it should be able to generate a random quote. So this is our agenda of the session. Now let us start with this. Before trying to solve this question, we will try to have the basics of it. First, let us start with an example of random. In JavaScript, math.random function is used to generate a random number between 1 to 10, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Math.random. I have written something like this. So in this we are trying to write console.log of math.random. So whenever we are trying to echo this, let me save this file, and in the console it is not get save. Okay, now it will get. So we got a random number between 0 to 1. Can you see the value here? Can you see the value? So we are trying to generate a random number between 0 to 1. It will try to generate the random value between 0 to 1. For suppose, if I want to generate a random password, random numbers between a particular range, we can use this math.random, which is used to generate the values between this higher and the lower values. Now let us learn about math.floor. Floor. What is the use of floor? It is used to convert a number into the downwards, in the sense it will try to convert into the lower value to the nearest integer. For suppose I have written something like this: math.floor of 1.6. it means, or else I have written 1.6. whenever I am trying to refresh, see here, it is trying to change the value. For example, if I have written 2.8, so it will try to convert into the nearest lower integer value. Now suppose, for example, I want to generate a random number between 0 to 10. I want to generate a random number between 0 to 10 or 0 to 9. Suppose I have written something like this: console.log. Now I am trying to generate a random number between 0 to 9. So how can we write it? We can write in this way: console.log math.random, very good, math.random of start 10. In the sense, when we write in this way, it means it will try to give us some value like this. See, can you see here, 7, 8, 9? It is able to change the values between 0 to 9. It will try to give us the values between 0 to 9. For suppose I don't want to get this decimal values, then I can write some function, as we have discussed. We can write math.floor. So we got here, somewhere we have missed. Okay, okay, done. We got it. If I'm trying to refresh this, can you see the values has been generating between 0 to 9? Suppose if I want to generate between 0 to 10, I can place here 11, nothing more. First one we have discussed about a random, next one about floor, next one how to generate a random number between 0 to 9. Next one, in JavaScript, in order to store multiple values, we use an array. Array can store heterogeneous elements, in the sense it can store numbers, any of the data types. Here I want to just give an example of an array. Before trying to solve this, we will try to have an example of each and every concept what we are trying to use. I'm trying to use a React.js and Vue.js. Suppose if I want to access any of the element in this, I have written something like this: courses of 0. It means it will try to access the particular element in this array. If you can see here, 0 indicates the first value, 0 indicates the index value. As the array starts from 0, if I write 1, it is trying to retrieve the React.js. Next one, in JavaScript, like if I want to access any HTML element, we have a DOM method called document.getElementById. Document.getElementById. What is the use of this? For example, if I want to access a particular element, I want to manipulate the data, I want to change some data, I want to perform some action, then we can use this. Suppose I have written something like this: p of id equals to demo. I'm sorry for this is HTML part. Okay, p of id equals to demo. I have written something like this: p of id equals to demo. In this demo, I have written hello world. In order to read this element, if I want to read this element and I want to change the data of hello world to Johnny Tutorials, then I can write something like this. I want to write some function here. Function hello. We can write any of the function name. In this, I am trying to read the element document.get element by id. Sorry for this again. Get element by id. Demo dot inner HTML equals to Johnny Tutorials. Then for example, see here I have written a function. I want to change the text between this hello world to Johnny Tutorials. But when should I perform this? Based upon some action. So I can write here button on click equal to hello. Change. So I have written something like this. We got. When I'm trying to click on this, it is trying to change. Can you see here? Sorry, let me close this console. Now you can see. When I'm trying to click on this, it is trying to change. It means when the button has been clicked, it is trying to call this function. The control gets here. Once it executes, and once the execution finishes, again it will try to replace this text hello world with a Johnny Tutorials using inner HTML based upon the ID value. Next one. As we have discussed in the first assessment of this JavaScript, like we have been doing the JavaScript series of basic projects for the beginners. In the day one also we have discussed about add event listener. See, we can call the event in this way, like having a event here and calling a function, and it will try to call here. Or else we can also use add event listener. We can also use an add event listener. For suppose add event listener will have two things. First parameter will have an event, and next parameter will have a function what we need to execute. In this, if I can see, I have an ID here as, let me write the same thing. I just want to write the same thing here, but I just want to write as demo hello. Okay, the ID name is hello here. In this hello, I want to change this text. This is the one way what we have done in line number 28 to 30. This is the one snippet, one way of doing it. Or else we can also do in this way, like document dot add event listener. Add event listener. As we have discussed, add event listener will have two arguments. First one is click. We can pass a click, and next one we can pass a function. Here I am trying to pass a function. Where it will try to retrieve document dot get element by id. What is the id name we have taken? Hello here. And I want to change this inner HTML to learn JS, right? Suppose if I am trying to do this, I am trying to refresh the page. Can you see here, when I am trying to click, it is trying to change both the things. Yes, okay, ID is hello, so it is able to execute the things. Yes, see, let me put this in the comment so that we will not get confused. Control Shift Tab. Okay, and I just want to refresh this page. Now see here, can you see, is it changing based upon the button click? No. Whenever you are trying to place whenever we are trying to place this mouse over it, it is trying to change. I'm trying to save this file, it is not able to get saved. Now see here, whenever I'm trying to click on it, can you see here we have written a click and this function is able to execute. Refresh, see here, click, it is able to change. So this was the one of the two ways where we can call add event listener. So these are the basics that are required to solve how to generate a random code. Now let us look into the code, like how we can solve to generate a random quotation. So we will use a random here, we will use all these functions like array, events and all these things. So if you are aware of this, then we can try to solve the logical part. See here, let me put this in comments, Control Shift Tab, done. Now let us remove this snippet. Let me remove this snippet and refresh. Yes, now first I want a button where it should, when I'm trying to click on it, it should able to perform some event. So I'm trying to write div class equals to container, and in this I need a button here. I'm trying to write button id equals to btn, button id is equals to btn, click for new quote. I have a button here, can you see we got a button. Now in this button, now I need some quotation here, div id equals to quote, check a generated quote here, generated quote here. Okay, we got it. So we got two things. Let me apply some basic CSS for it so that it gives good look. So let me write some CSS part for this. So in order to write the CSS part, we will try to have some height, some width, some background color, some text color. So what is the button name we have given? What is the ID name we have given? Container. Okay, let me go into this. What is this? First one is ID here, height, height 40 pixel, width some 200 pixel, background color, let me take some random color here, HTML color picker. You can use any of the notation, like you can also name random color also. We got it. Yes, I just want to change this color white, display flex, align item center, justify content center. Okay, okay, we got this button here. What is this? It is not getting. Okay, let it be as of now, or else I will make the container to the center part. Align items to the center. We got it. Now if you can see here, we got these two items. Let me put this outside the div. Now we got a quote here, ID, text align center. See, we can use margin, any of the property. We got it. I just want to give some space. So we got this thing also. Now I got a button and I should able to get some outline, none, and border radius we got a button. See, when I'm trying to click on it, it should be able to change the code here. For this, let me write some part of this. So let me write the color for this also, the same color. So we have done with a container, button and quote. Now let us write the logical part. Now let us write the logical part of the script. When the user clicks on this button, it should be able to change this code. First thing, let us read the element. Dot get element by id button, and I just want to have this output here. Output equals to, I want to display this here within this quote. So we have written on this quote. See, for this, in order to have some random quotes, I have already copied some quotations. I'm just trying to use the same thing. I'm just trying to copy the same values. Let quotes equals to quotations. So we have a button where we are trying to read it. Next one, we are trying to read this ID quote where I want to display the random values. Whatever we have generated, it should be able to display between this. Next thing, now we will try to implement the add event listener. What we have done, the add event listener. So what is the element we need to have? Now the element would be btn. Why? Because when we have clicked on this button, it should be able to display btn dot add event listener. The event is click. The event is click. Inside this I have a function. Inside this we have a function. Inside this function we are trying to write quote equals to. So first one, when the user clicks on this button, in the sense when the user clicks on this button, we are trying to read it and it should be able to perform this action, this function. Sorry, when the user performs some action on this click button, it should be able to perform this function. In the sense, it should be able to execute this code. So in this, what is the array name we have? Quotes. In order to access each and every array element, we write quotes of 0, quotes of 1. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 quotes we have. So what I am trying to do is that we will try to read. For example, if I have written something like this, quotes of 0, I have written quotes of 0, output dot inner HTML equals to, I have written something like this, quote. So what will be the output of this snippet? By default, it will try to have only one, the first element, in the sense the first quotation. The greatest glory is living in this one. But I want to generate randomly. We have discussed random as well as floor here. In the same way, first I will try to write in this, inside this array, instead of placing only one element, I will try to write math.floor, math.random star. For example, if I have written star math.random star of 10, it will try to generate 0 to 9. Here I don't know the length of this array. For example, I don't know the length of this array elements here. So I will write quotes dot length. It means by default it will try to generate randomly. Sorry for this. It will try to generate. See here, whenever I am trying to write, let me save this file. It is too slow. Okay, I have saved this file. You have saved this file. See, can you see the quotation which we are trying to generate, it is able to generate. Whenever I am trying to click on it, it is able to generate random text and this one. So the main logic is in this. Here we have taken the button, we have read the value of button, we have read the value of the output. How we have done with a p of id equals to demo here, p of id equals to demo. In the same way we are trying to read the quote here. In this quote we are trying to use floor random and quotes dot length, where it will try to generate a random value and it will try to store in quote, and the quote is we are trying to display it here. So this is how we have done with how to generate a random quotation using JavaScript. Like, if you have any queries in this also, you can just drop us a mail or comment below this video, and you will have all the tutorial links of basic JavaScript in the comment description part. You can find those links, and if you can try to solve this, you can just check it out. If you can try to solve this, you can just comment below this video to generate a random password of character length 8. We should able to generate a random characters of length 8. Based upon this logic, we can implement it. And if you have any queries, you can just drop us a mail. Thank you.